Welcome to this Lavelle Fun for the Blind video series. The purpose of this video is to show you how children with visual impairments and additional disabilities can play sports and recreation. We want to show you that any child, no matter how severe the disability, can participate in any sport or activity. I want to thank the Lavelle Fun for the Blind, the Institute on Movement Studies for Individuals with Visual Impairment, and SUNY Brockport.
My son's name is Avery, and he is 7 years old. So Avery has a genetic disorder called CACNA1A, which basically gives him global developmental delays, all kinds of different physical disabilities, and he's constantly working to overcome these. Sports allows him to not only overcome his disabilities, but thrive within them, be able to run up to a ball and throw a ball and then smile because you accomplished something. Just takes it to a whole nother level, and to do that with other people brings that social aspect. It just makes you smile because he excels, and it's just wonderful.
Thank you for playing with me.
Many students with visual impairments and additional disabilities benefit from pre-teaching. Pre-teaching is introducing the student to the court, equipment, rules, terminology, and gameplay before the unit starts. This must be done by a paraeducator, vision specialist, orientation and mobility specialist, physical educator, or another support person. Volleyball is a sport that can be played from elementary through high school and beyond. With some careful planning, every child can be included in volleyball. Modifications related to court placement include: students stand anywhere on the court to help them see the net and get the ball over the net. They could also serve from anywhere on the court. Students can use a variety of balls, including volleyballs, trainer volleyballs, beach balls, omnikin balls, and balloons. Bells can be added to the net, as well as bright tape. There are several rule variations that can be used. Serves can be overhand or underhand. The ball can bounce once or twice. A player may hit the ball twice. The ball can be hit 5 times on one side. A peer or paraeducator can help with catching the ball and can physically assist the student with the game. Games can be cooperative as opposed to competitive, and students can play to see how many hits they can get on both sides. The whole class can play sitting volleyball. The student can play as a closed skill and hit the ball over to specific areas for points. Students can use one arm. Students can catch the ball and throw it over the net, a game known as Newcomb. Basketball. Students can use a typical basketball, playground ball, bell basketball, or a foam ball. Baskets can be shorter, hula hoops can be hung from the basket or stuck in the bleachers. Students can have a peer or paraeducator guide or support them during gameplay. They can play small-sided games. Verbal assistance can be provided throughout. A smaller court can be used. Students can learn to dribble from sitting, kneeling, standing, with 2 hands or 1. Passes can be from a wheelchair. Students can perform a chest pass, bounce pass, or one-arm pass with or without physical assistance. Soccer. Students can use soccer balls, playground balls, therapy balls, omnikin balls, blind soccer balls, foam balls, or beach balls. Goals can be smaller or bigger. Goals can have an auditory signal. Players can have a partner to guide them. Small-sided games are an option. Players can play in zones. Players can play from the wheelchair with or without assistance. Points can be earned for attempts on goal, for distance dribbled, dribble with the inside or the outside of the foot, or just the toe. Physical assistance can be utilized. Cornhole. Students can use cloth targets with more holes. They can use hula hoops, bigger or smaller beanbags, auditory targets, brighter targets, or a bright line on the ground to show where the target is. Students can throw from closer to the target or further. They can have physical assistance or an auditory cue. They can also push the beanbag or a ball down a ramp. Students can throw the beanbag underhand or overhand. They can push from the lap. The beanbag or ball can be on a string, so they can pull it back. Can jam. Students can use a larger target, a brighter target, have a larger hole for the frisbee, or smaller or larger frisbees. Students can throw from closer to the target or further. They can have physical assistance or an auditory cue. They can also push the frisbee off their lap or down a ramp. Students can use a sidearm throw, overhand, or an underhand throw. Spike ball. Students can use a larger or smaller target. They can use hula hoops, larger balls, beach balls, balloons, playground balls, or foam balls. They can be closer or further from the target. Use two hands, allow more than one bounce, pair up with a partner, and also catch the ball during the point. The student can have physical assistance, push the ball down a ramp, use a ball on a string, or throw underhand or overhand. With some careful planning and consideration of the children's functional ability, all students can meaningfully engage in sports and recreation. Resources. For more information, visit www.campabilities.org. Be sure to check out these equipment companies: Gopher, Sport Time, and Hand Life Sport. These books are great resources. Thank you to Lauren Lieberman, Kelsey Williams, Michelle Grenier, Sarah Fuller, Ruth Childs, and Call of the Loon Productions.